I am your host, Nizzy, and in this video, you guys are going to be giving you a game preview of the huge slugfest coming up tonight between the Raptors and the Celtics, you guys. Some playoff seeding implications on the line here in this one. Obviously, the Raptors have taken over that 6th seed right now. I believe we got a one-game lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers. I believe we're still one game back of the 5 seed from the Chicago Bulls at the moment, you guys. Raptors are sitting at a 42-32 record on their season. The Boston Celtics are sitting at a 47-28 record, just took over first place in the Eastern Conference after last night's 134-112 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Boston has been on an absolute hot streak as of late. I would say the Raptors and the Celtics are the two hottest teams in the Eastern Conference, maybe in the whole league right now, other than maybe the Suns out west. But definitely the two hottest teams in the Eastern Conference right now, for sure. Raptors come into this game with an 8-2 record in their last 10 games. Celtics are coming into this one with a 9-1 record in their last 10 games. So like I said, man, this is going to be an absolute heavyweight bout between these two juggernaut squads here, you guys. It's going to be an absolute slugfest going on. I can't wait for this matchup tonight. Like I said, Boston's coming in on a 6-game winning streak here, you guys. Raptors are coming in on a 2-game win streak. We're 19-16 home record as a squad. They're 21-16 on the road, so they got a pretty good road record as well. So, you know, this one's not going to be an easy game by any means. It's going to go right down to the wire, in my opinion. You know, both teams, like I said, are probably playing their best basketball of the season right now, down in the home stretch of the regular season here, you guys. Obviously, the Raptors coming off a huge 40-point victory over the Indiana Pacers on Saturday in a 131-91 win. Over them to clinch that 6th seed for now. Like I said, this is a massive game tonight. Obviously, we're going to have a little bit of extra added luck there with the Celtics having played yesterday against the T-Wolves. So they're going to be in the second night of a back-to-back. It seems like their center, Williams, is going to be out of this matchup with a knee injury. I believe he went down in yesterday's game versus the Timberwolves in that one. I don't even think he flew with the team to Toronto. So he's going to be a no-go. That's going to definitely benefit the Raptors a little bit. Al Horford's also a game-time decision. If he doesn't go, that's your two big men down low in the post that are going to be gone for the Celtics, which, like I said, that would benefit the Raptors immensely if both of those guys end up being out. At this point in time, Horford's only a game-time decision. And Jason Tatum's also a game-time decision with a knee injury. So it'll be interesting to see if he's a go or not. Obviously, he's their main bucket getter over on the Boston Celtics there. Jaylen Brown's a good number 2 option for them. But, you know, if you were to have Williams out and then one of the two, Horford or Tatum, out of this game, that's going to help the Raptors immensely to be able to try and squeeze out a victory out of these guys. Over on the Raptors side of things here, you got Fred VanVleet's a game-time decision with that knee injury. You got Gary Trent Jr. is also the game-time decision with the toe injury still, and then Malachi Flynn's still out nursing that hamstring. Wonderful news, though. OG's back in the fold for the last couple games now, you guys. You know, his defensive capabilities as well as his three-point shooting stroke has been a much-needed asset to have back on the squad here, especially with some of the other big-time shooters out of the lineup right now, like Gary Trent Jr. and Fred VanVleet. So it's really nice to see OG back in the fold, you guys. Right real quick before we start breaking down the keys to the game, if you guys can go ahead and like this video if you like sporting content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. I've been getting a lot of support on the channel lately, you guys, and I greatly appreciate it. We're going to keep coming out with as much content as possible for you guys. But without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get right back into this thing here. We'll go through some of the keys to the games for the Raptors here to be able to seal the deal for the victory in this one, you guys. Probably the most notable key to the victory here for the Raptors, I believe, is going to be taking advantage of the post. You know, really attacking the paint hard and heavy, trying to get some of their guys into foul trouble early and often in this one. Obviously, having Williams out of the lineup is going to be big time. That's their starting center. That is no longer going to be in the lineup for tonight's game. And then you also have their starting power forward in Al Horford, who could possibly be missing tonight's game. He's a game-time decision. So, you know, with one of those two guys out, possibly both of those guys out in this matchup, like I said, we need to take advantage down low in the post. Really bang down low there. You know, I think that's where Pascal Siakam can really thrive in tonight's matchup. I think he can really take advantage inside the paint and attack the rim heavy and often in this one, you guys. And like I said, if they got their two big men out of this lineup tonight, that's just going to give the upper hand advantage to the Raptors, who, you know, most of our guys are 6'9", 6'10" players out there, other than a couple 6'1" guards. So at the end of the day, that should definitely be a huge advantage for the Raptors. Definitely got to take advantage of that one early and often. Another big key to the game that I have for this one, you guys, is we got to keep Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown in check a little bit here. Obviously, they're going to get their points somehow, some way. You're never going to be able to hold these guys down to like 10 points in a game. I'd say my goal for us to be able to pull out a victory in this one is holding them both under 25 points a game in this game. They've both been going off. I think they both had over 30 points in the game against the T-Wolves last night. So like I said, if holding these guys under 20 would be real tough because they're both on hot streaks right now. They're both scoring at a high clip. So at the end of the day, if you can hold them under their main numbers and keep them, in the low 20s, high teens, something like that, and not really allow any of the other role players to get going as well, I think that's going to help the Raptors out a lot to be able to seal the victory in this one as well, you guys. And then obviously our bench, man. Our bench has been huge as of late. Going to need another big-time performance tonight. The Celtics bench is pretty decent. Peyton Pritchard can really knock down that three ball. They got a couple other good, solid quality bench players on their team as well. So the Raptors are going to have to take advantage of that situation. Boucher's been playing outstanding coming off the bench as of late. Thad Young's really stepped up his game here as well since we've acquired him. Obviously, Precious Achiuwa's playing phenomenal right now. Khem Birch has, continued to get better since coming back from that broken nose. So at the end of the day, I think if we can have our bench outscore their bench, we can get some of them guys into foul trouble, not really allow Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to control the game here. And I think the Raptors will be able to come out victorious in this one, you guys. Obviously, coming off a back-to-back for the Celtics as well, with the Raptors having a day of rest yesterday. That's definitely going to be to our advantage as well in this one. Definitely got to take advantage of a tired Celtics squad coming into the building. Obviously, they had to travel as well to Toronto last night. This is a home game for the Raptors, so it's not like they got to go back to their home court in Boston there. And sleep in their own beds last night or anything like that. They've been traveling overnight to get here. Probably didn't get to bed till late in the morning. So it's definitely got to be an advantageous situation for the Raptors here, you guys, to be able to continue to push forward in a positive direction. Like I said, this is probably the biggest game left on our schedule. I think we got a couple other big ones against the Heat and the Sixers later on down the stretch. Obviously, we got the T-Wolves coming up on Wednesday. That's another big-time matchup. Obviously, they're a Western Conference team, but they've been playing phenomenal basketball as of late as well. They're, I think, 10 or 11 games above 500 right now, locked into that 7th seed out west. So that's going to be a playoff atmosphere game as well on Wednesday. Raptors got to do everything in their power to try and seal the deal tonight versus the Celtics here. Little game prediction before we round out the video, you guys. I think it's going to be a little bit of a low-scoring one. I think it's going to be a defensive battle here tonight. Obviously, the Celtics coming off a back-to-back. I don't see them shooting at a high clip. And then same with the Raptors. I just see them having a bit of a slower shooting night tonight. I think this one's going to come down to the wire. But just with the Celtics coming off the back-to-back, Williams is going to be out with a knee injury. You're not too sure about Tatum and Horford. I think the Raptors are going to be able to hang on in this one to extend their win streak to 3 games in a row here. I think it's going to be real tight and close. Like I said, you might need a couple free throws late in the game to pull away. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Raptors, you guys, 95-91 over the Boston Celtics in this game. Like I said, that back-to-back I think is going to haunt the Celtics a little bit, as well as having Williams out, their big-time center there. He's been playing phenomenal for them this year. I think that's going to definitely benefit the Raptors to be able to attack the paint early and often in this game, you guys. So that's my prediction, 95-91 for the Raptors. We'll see what happens in this game, you guys. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be an absolute slugfest tonight. Like I said, 2 of the best teams in the Eastern Conference the last month or so going head-to-head here. It's going to be a great game, man. Can't wait to watch it. Can't wait to see how the season finishes up here. Raptors are sitting nice in the 6th seed right now. Hopefully we can continue to push forward, get into the top 5 here by the end of the regular season. But that pretty well rounds her out for this one. You guys would love your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. What do you think the chances are the Raptors win this game versus the Celtics tonight? And what seed do you think the Raptors are going to finish up the regular season? And you guys, personally to me, I think the Raptors are going to finish in the 5th seed. I think we're going to have the capability to be able to get there. I think Chicago is going to fall down to the 6th. And I think the Cavs are going to hang on to that 7th seed while the Nets stay into the 8th seed. That's just my opinion, you guys. But would love your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. Please go ahead and like this video if you like sporting content like this. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. And this is Nizzy with Nizzy Sports Channel.